federal judge has blocked the Trump administration's plans to cut funding for medical research.
The ruling was seen as a major win for scientists and universities, arguing that these cuts would jeopardize vital studies on diseases like Alzheimer's, cancer, and heart disease. Christopher Salas has the newest information.
Lisa Golson, the Trump administration wants to put a cap on the amount of funding within an NIH grant that can go to costs not directly related to medical research, saying that these costs are often difficult to track. Meanwhile, universities and scientists say this will devastate the quality of health care in the nation, and also it could cost lives. At the Lincoln Memorial,
and united we science.
And across the country, thousands protest government funding cuts to scientific research, including the National Institutes of Health.
There is no fundamental biomedical research in this country without the NIH.
Dr. Theodore Iwashina is a pulmonologist and researcher at Johns Hopkins University. He's breathing a sigh of relief after a federal judge halted President Trump's plans to cut $4 billion from the biggest funder of research at institutions like his.
The gutting of these big hospitals that serve as beacons of hope for so many people who will take care of anybody who can get there and give second and third opinions when nobody else can.
In 2023, the NIH allocated $35 billion to more than 2,500 institutions. That money split into direct costs, which covers researchers' salaries and supplies, and indirect costs, which is administration and facility costs to support the research. The administration wants to cap those costs at 15%, calling it overhead, while pointing to nonprofits who have lower indirect costs compared to the average university.
This is one of these issues. To me, it's an indicator of distrust that some have of universities and of the scientific process.
This week, President Trump's pick to lead NIH was pressed about the funding cuts during his confirmation hearing.
I want to make sure that the money goes to the research.
If nobody's paying to keep the lights on, the computers on, keep the floors clean, keep things safe, then I can't do that other research.
The organization United for Medical Research says the Trump administration's proposal will also cost jobs in every state across the country, as NIH grants fund about 400,000 employees. In Washington, I'm Christopher Salas, KCRA 3 News.
The Trump administration has yet to announce whether it will appeal a federal judge's decision to block significant cuts to medical research funding.